Alright, so these problems, now we can start using permutations and combinations. And one of the tricks I want to show you, and this sometimes helps people, is that obviously these problems are worded differently. So when you see problems worded like this compared to the other one we had things like, what's the chance that the teacher would pick all the girls, or what's the chance that the guy would fire off all blue fireworks? Now we're being asked about a specific outcome. What's the chance that he will pick exactly 4 boys? Not all boys, exactly 4. If you see this word exactly, this is a case where we want to start using permutations or combinations depending on the scenario. Alright, so this is actually very similar to the one that we did a little while back on the amount of poisonous toxins in that corn sample, I guess it was, at 400 corn kernels. So probability means what is the chance, or what do we want to happen over what could happen. So I always think it's easier to start with what could happen. What could happen here? Well, we have 4 girls and 7 boys, so there are 11 total people. Okay, and I know this says picks right here, but don't be confused. Picks doesn't mean permutation. Picks is just another way of saying selecting. Okay, so it's not trying to tell us to use permutation instead of combination. In this case, we're choosing 6 students. It doesn't matter what order we pick them. It's not like he's saying whoever gets picked first gets to be the class president or something. He's just choosing 6 people. So 11. So how many? What could happen? There's 11 people, and we're choosing 6 of them. So what could happen is 11 choose 6 things could happen, whatever that number turns out to be. Okay, what do we want to happen? We want to pick exactly 4 boys. And keep this in mind, we're choosing 6 people here. So if we pick 4 boys and we're picking 6 or we're choosing 6 total people, what else has to happen? Well, 4 of them are boys, then what are the others going to be? The others 2 are going to be girls. So let's think about how each of these things could happen. So first, how many ways can we pick 4 boys? Well, there are 7 boys, and we are choosing 4 of them. Okay, there are 2 girls, and remember this times means and. There are 2 girls. There's 4 total girls, and we are choosing 2 of them. So I think I mentioned this on the last problem. That number plus that number should equal 11, and it does. That number plus that number should equal 6, because we're picking 6 total people, and 2 of them are girls and 4 of them are boys. So put this in a calculator, being careful about the parentheses. Parentheses that you put in should look like I'm writing right here. Okay, by the way, let me put the parentheses in blue so they don't look like the letter C. Okay, and then the last thing you should put in, and all those parentheses need to be there, otherwise it will come out wrong. Should look like that, and when you put that in, hopefully you wind up getting, it reduces all the way to 5 out of 11. So I just checked it, and that's exactly what we get, is 5 out of 11. Alright, the next one is talking about a bag filled with diamonds. A bag has 9 real diamonds and 6 fake diamonds. Again, I always encourage you to pause the video and try this on your own before checking the answer. 9 real diamonds and 6 fake diamonds. So it looks like 15 total diamonds. Again, we're doing what we want to happen over what could happen. So we know 15 is going to somehow be part of this. Okay. Okay, we have 7 diamonds which are picked from the bag at random. So what could happen? There's 15 total things, and we are choosing 7 of them. Usually this part right here where they're telling you how many things you're picking. Remember, these numbers down here are totals. There's 15 total in the bag, and there's 7 total that we're choosing. We're not worried right now about whether they're real or fake. That's going to be the stuff happening on top. So the bottom is all concerned with the totals, and the top is all concerned with the specifics, like picking boys or girls, picking real diamonds or fake diamonds. All right, what's happening on the top? We want to know that the chance of exactly 5 being real. And keep in mind, we're picking 7 total diamonds, so if 5 of them are real, well, we need 7 in total. That must mean there's 2 other diamonds, and what do those have to be? Those have to be fake. So we need to think about how that could happen. Alright, so how could the 5 real be picked? Well, there are 9 total real diamonds, and we are choosing 5 of them. Okay, because that's what this says, choose exactly 5. Remember that this number plus whatever this number is over here, the 9 plus that number has to add up to 15. Okay, why? Well, what does that number have to be? It has to be 6 because there are 6 fake diamonds. And even if you didn't know, you have to know it was 6 because 9 and 6 is the only way to get 15. And then what does that other number have to be? Well, we know that 5 plus this number has to be 7, and they're telling us here there are 6 fake diamonds. We want to choose 2 of them. So plug that into the calculator, again being careful with the parentheses, and hopefully you wind up getting the answer that you see right there, 29.37%.